What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Kings of the Clubhouse. Today is Wednesday, January 14th, and we have some college football playoffs to talk to you about. Going to give a little bit of a recap of the semifinals, and then we are going to give our picks for the championship game. First, we'll start off with one of the semifinals. We had Miami versus Ole Miss, and boy, was this a game to watch. It was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Miami kind of dominated there for a little bit, and Ole Miss, proved that they could hang in it and make it actually like a really, really, really good football game in the playoffs, which we haven't had a whole lot of very much. So
Yeah, the fourth quarter of that game was nuts.
Awesome.
Four straight drives with four straight lead changes just in the fourth quarter. It was good. Carson Beck, I expected Carson Beck's experience to take over at some point, and I think it did. Chambliss is legit though. I mean, Ole Miss gave him everything they could handle.
Sucks they didn't give him another year.
It does, but at the end of the day, it's like go get a job.
Yeah, try to go
I'm
pro.
sick. I'm sick of these 5 and 6 year players. But no, it was a good
thankfully,
game.
Thankfully, this is last year of the COVID players, so we won't have any more after this.
Yep.
That is true.
But yeah, good game all around. It looked like Miami was just going to kind of smack him in the mouth, and Ole Miss proved to get a couple, just bow down and figure out their offense a little bit.
Planted their feet and got going.
Yeah, it was a very, very good game.
I thought for sure too. I think it was the second quarter when Lacey hit that big run. After that, Miami scored. Ole Miss got a field goal. Miami scored again. Ole Miss went 3 and out. I thought that was going to be. I thought they were to keep rolling there, but
yeah,
they let Ole Miss hang around. And
I don't know about you guys, but when he had that run and he like pulled up at the end,
yeah,
I thought he was doing it like to showboat a little bit.
I did too.
But he really he hurt his hamstring, and kind of kept him out until basically the fourth quarter.
He had one drive at the beginning of the third quarter and then didn't come back on until like halfway through the fourth.
Yeah.
But I mean, he played a big part in those last couple minutes of the game. I mean, it was, like you said, four straight drives with four straight lead changes. You couldn't have asked for a better semifinal.
It's the game we wanted. Like,
yep.
Because we're gonna talk about the next one that was never close.
I'll tell you what.
Good for Ole Miss though. I'm like, you can't be upset. Like, you make your first ever playoff appearance, you win 2 games, you're 5 points away from the national championship after you lose your head coach. And
but
guys,
they held their own.
Leaving, yeah. They did what they could. It's a good story. Miami's a great story too. I am tired.
Well, the crazy thing, God,
I am tired of seeing Michael Irvin on the sideline. And let's put this to rest. You beat a team by 4 points. That's not belt to ass.
No.
Belt to ass is what Indiana did to Oregon.
Michael Irvin's dealer though is loaded right now.
Oh yeah,
because that
play a little on the booger sugar.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what's even crazy to think about is there were some people, on Twitter and that were saying that Ole Miss shouldn't even be included in the playoffs because of the coaching change. I mean, you kind of set the precedent that, hey, even the coaching change doesn't change the way that these guys are going to play. And I think that's going to be taken into effect if we have this situation happen again in another year in the playoffs. I think they're not going to take away anything from the teams because they're switching coaches.
Yeah, but I also don't know how many more times we're going to see that.
Right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
all the other coaches, the program let them coach. It was just I think the way Lane did it and all that. I understand.
He drug it out. He drug his feet.
Yeah, I don't know how many more times we're actually going to see that happen again.
If it would have just been like, hey, he interviewed on Saturday, got hired on Sunday, I think they let him coach.
Yep.
But the fact that you took a whole extended weekend to decide if you wanted to take the job or not,
just kind of left it up in the air while they're trying to prepare for a playoff.
Yeah. Yep. So I don't blame the AD and them for not letting him keep it. Like, I mean, they did work where his successor took over, and that's the guy they hired, which looks like a great hire at this point.
Yeah, we'll see if they can sustain any of the success from this year.
Yeah.
we'll pop into the second game, like you said, the one that just wasn't even close. Kirk Cignetti and that Indiana team is by far the best team in college football this year.
Kurt's the guy.
Yeah, that team that we talked about it in extent last week. They're so disciplined. I mean, they start off the game on the first play, pick six. Like, I mean, that's a punch in the mouth right to Oregon. And I mean, Dante Moore in Oregon, they responded with a touchdown right back. I mean, they shook it off and led their way into the end zone to tie it up. But Kirk Cignetti just did not care, didn't show any emotion, just continued to keep his foot on the gas and show that, like, hey, we're legit.
They were up 42-15 going in the fourth quarter, and they still scored 14 points in the fourth quarter. He is not taking anything lightly, and I love it. And the fact that you turn that program complete 180, they're losingest college football team ever, and this is year 2 or year 3?
Year 2.
Year 2. 2 playoff appearances.
2 playoff, yeah.
He's what, 26-2 or something like that?
Yeah.
Phenomenal. And
yeah, they look good.
They look great.
They're favorite 8.5. I think it's gonna be double or triple that before we're said and done with. I don't see Miami standing a chance.
I think we got TCU Georgia level potential.
Yep.
You think it's gonna be that bad?
I think it can be.
Could get bad.
I think it's more likely
the only reason it wouldn't be bad is if it's Natty, it's senior night. I think we will see Sig pull off if it gets to that bad because he's gonna let all his guys play and stuff like that. Yeah. I think Miami's 2s and 3s are probably way better than Indiana's 2s and 3s. So Miami will probably get a couple touchdowns in the fourth quarter, but it's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a similar game to last year's national championship. I don't think it's going to be as close and back and forth as it is, but I could see it being relatively a close game for the entire thing.
So, who are you taking then?
I am going to take Indiana. I mean, I took them. That was who I took at the beginning in our little playoff pool that we do, that we got going on the side. And I just, like I said, Kirk Cignetti has those guys ready to play. I think they're probably. I do think Miami's going to cover. I would take the 8.5 just because it is the national championship. But I do think Indiana is going to win.
Lou?
Like I said, I think double, triple the spread. Honestly, I think they're going to come out swinging. I think Indiana's going to get up like 14-3, 17-3, and
kind of cruise.
They're not going to look back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think they'll score the first drive, and that'll be looking at them in the rear view after that. I do think it'll be a kind of a high scoring game. I know we're kind of dismissing Miami's defense, but Indiana's offense is just good. And they fire on all cylinders. They're clicking everywhere. I don't see a world in which they lose.
Well, and as good as Carson Beck's looked and stuff like that, I mean, it's still Carson Beck, and he has his meltdown moments. Yep. So I could see something too, like it's 17-3 before the half, and Miami's driving down and trying to get points on the board. And he throws like a pick six.
Yeah.
And then all the momentum just gets sucked out of him, and then at that point, Indiana's gonna smell blood in the water, and there it goes.
That's where it will stay too. That'll be the turning point that puts it out of reach.
Yeah, I mean, I think kind of the opposite. I think Carson Beck is gonna kind of keep them in the game. I really do, but I do think Indiana is gonna win 100%. The fact that the over is the over under is 47.5, that's screaming over for me. Like, I could easily see Miami putting up 20 points.
Didn't Craig, you would know better than anybody. Hasn't Indiana covered the over by themselves? Or they did last week against Oregon, right? Because wasn't the over under like in the 40s?
I think they did against Bama too.
No, I don't think they did against. They definitely didn't against Bama.
That was only 41 total. It wouldn't be that low.
Yeah.
But they definitely covered the spread the over under by themselves against Oregon.
I don't think so. I think it was at like 62.5.
So they're what, 1 touchdown away? It's nuts.
Yeah, I want to say it was 62 and a half.
And I've got the ESPN score tracker pulled up right now. And this is hilarious. Indiana won 56-22. Top passer, Oregon. Top rusher, Oregon. Top receiver, Oregon.
Efficiency.
Like, I saw a stat that he's the last 2 years in the red zone. He's got like 40 something touchdowns, no interceptions,
Whew.
and like 9 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one in football.
So backtrack. The over under was 49 and a half last week.
So they
yeah,
covered
they
it by
did cover.
themselves.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
insane.
But yeah, I mean it's wild. They're a very good team. I'm not giving any slight to them at all. I think they just might come out a little dull because I mean it's the national championship. It's
They
in
got an
Miami.
extended break too.
Yeah, and, I mean you have to think also too. This is a literal home game for Miami.
Yeah, a home game.
Like quite literally a home game. So I don't know. I could see this game being a lot closer than what people think it is.
Which, another interesting question: will Miami be forced to use the visiting locker room?
Yes, they're the road team. Or I don't know about the locker room, but I know they have to wear the roads.
Yeah, but I wonder about locker room.
I doubt they give. I doubt it.
But remember who we're talking about here? We're talking about Signetti. Signetti's probably going to try everything he can to make them use the visiting locker room just to play the mental game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be curious to find that out. But anyway.
Alrighty. Well, I think that about wraps it up.
That's gonna do it for our.
Do we got records on the season already, or what do we
got? Loom and I are both 7-3. Craig is 6-4. So
looks like we're either gonna tie or we're gonna tie regardless.
We're gonna tie regardless.
Okay, so then you guys got to go to the spread.
Total points. Total points.
Total points.
Yeah, go total points.
And we'll go closest.
I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna go 54.
Okay. I'm gonna go 59. I think Indiana scores 40. And I think.
Oh, don't worry, I do too.
I think Miami will put up some points. So 59, 40, 54. I will put that on the graphic as well, which will be after this graphic of our picks and then our standings for the playoff. But that'll do it.
And I'm sure we'll do a quick little couple-minute video after recapping the game and just kind of giving the final say on everything with the pick'em for the last couple episodes. So
yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I think that'll do it, fellas.
Drop a like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, you know the drill. Share whatever you want, however you guys want to do it. We appreciate the support. You guys all take it easy.
Peace.